Hey Internet, welcome to another episode of the John Graves Show. And today I'm bringing you news on Watch Dogs being better on the PlayStation 3 than it is on the Xbox One. And honestly, this is kind of a news story that also kind of has been bothering me for a good while now. I mean, see. I'm about to paraphrase the article here. Say, earlier today it's confirmed that Tomb Raider, the definitive version, will run at 60 frames per second, whereas on the Xbox One, it'll run at 30 frames. Reading off a tweet post here. Wait till Watch Dogs. Wait till Watch Dogs. PC's version is 2 times better than the PlayStation 4 version. The PlayStation 4 version is 4 times better than the Xbox One version. The Xbox One version is 4 times better than the Wii U version, which is pretty good paraphrase in hardware, I assume. Although this is a personal opinion, it wouldn't come off as a major surprise if it actually happens. Ever since the launch of the next generation consoles, the Xbox One struggles to keep up pace with the PlayStation 4. Several multi-platform games like Assassin's Creed 4, Call of Duty Ghosts have higher resolutions on the PlayStation 4. The gap. There's also a pretty good gap in between the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, and apparently some people, they do feel that in the future this is going to grow, as most likely it should, and that it's not to be as expected, because of course, now going from all of that, the most I can understand from it is just that the Xbox One is an inferior console to the PlayStation 4, and that everything that the PlayStation 4 is doing is going to be better in performance than the Xbox One. It's strange that they bring this up now, because this is something that we kind of already knew when they kind of already talked about the specs. When the specs were 100% finished, we kind of already knew this. And it's no secret that in the future of these consoles, the people, or at least the game developers and the game programmers, or the game whatever, the people who make textures, the people who make models, the people who make code, the people who work with the engines. Of course they're going to get better at utilizing this technology. That's kind of a normal thing. If they don't, it's kind of a problem. So that goes without saying. However, the bigger thing is that yes, some of those games, they do have higher resolutions and they do have better whatever than the Xbox One, but you really got to ask yourself, do the graphics really matter all that much? Does the frame rate matter all that much? If it can run, if you can play it, if you can see all of this stuff on it, does it really matter at the end of the day? Now, I know that a lot of people are kind of really using this as a gigantic example of how that the PlayStation 4 is better than the Xbox One, which honestly, we don't really know that. I know that a lot of people, they do favor the PlayStation 4 over the Xbox One for plenty of reasons, and for the number one reason is, back in their press conference, as we all remember, was that they said that they wouldn't charge us for being they would allow us to use the same gaming formats that we use now, which is kind of a normal thing. And that's something that kind of put Xbox in a hole. It's not the whole thing of well, yeah, man, more people are buying it because it's better. It's because Sony promised them something that they kind of really wanted. And a lot of people really didn't didn't and Xbox burned a lot of bridges doing that. And as for the whole like, yeah, the Xbox One is inferior to the PlayStation 4 thing, it's no big deal. Really, I mean, like, we're basically getting the same games at this point, so really, you kind of can't argue it aside from just, yeah, I have an Xbox, you have a PlayStation 4, so, yeah, that's kind of the thing. And also for the games like Call of Duty Ghosts and and all the multi-platform games like Assassin's Creed 4, if people really kind of cared that much about it, they probably would have just sold their system and would have bought the other one. It's a gap there, but it's a gap that really no one but necessarily game devs and people who work on who work in the industry are going to notice, such as myself. So I'm like, really, I notice it, but at the same time, I'm like, it doesn't matter. I mean, like, it matters to a point, but if they already have if you have the same game as somebody, no one's really going, man, to argue how fast it's going, unless you're like one of those people who really like to argue that. So yeah, until then, this is not a bad topic, but at the same time, it's a topic that we've been talking about for too long. We kind of need to stop it. So yeah, until then, I'll see you guys on the next John Graves show. I'm out. Keep watching anime, keep playing video games, and hey, hopefully in the next few months, this won't become an issue anymore, and we can finally get it down in our heads that, hey, the PlayStation 4 has better hardware than the Xbox One. Just like how they both have better hardware than the Wii U. Get it through your head. I'm out.